I got all these skills at the Gunsmith school. I learned how to blue guns. I learned how to build guns. I learned how to build stocks from a blank. I learned how to barrel and chamber and weld. And so I go to my first job and I walk in at 8 o'clock in the morning and there's a wall full of guns and there's guns there that I've never seen or heard of, and they're all broke. I was devastated that, there's nothing up there to blue, or there's no stocks to build, or everything's broke and I don't know anything about it. So I kind of went to the school of hard knocks there, and I battled through it for, a couple years and learned. And during that time, there were these guys my age, and they had long hair and earrings, and they would bring guns in that I would just see like in the movies or see in magazines, and they were full autos, and they would shoot them, and I'm just like, wow. They basically said, well, you need to come work for us. And I said, well, who are you? And they said, well, that's not important right now. And went through the clearance process, and here it was being the gunsmith for SEAL Team 6, which was way cool. But here we go again. Back to the school of hard knocks. Really, really enjoyed my time there. Probably the neatest job I've ever had in my life. The Department of Energy had, at that time, I'm thinking 42 or 45 nuclear facilities. They protected bombs and assets. And they flew me out and said, we want you to build all the rifles, and all the facilities had armors, and my job was to bring them in and teach armor courses for them. After that, the FBI called, and then I became the gunsmith for HRT, which is the hostage rescue team. After that, I went to work for Jesse James and started building his pistols, and worked with him for a couple of years, and that was a neat job. He's such a good guy to work for and with. Like I said, I've been fortunate enough to work at some really neat places and do some really neat things. And now I'm here. The facilities themselves are just, I've never worked in there's people that walk in here that think it's a doctor's office. And I say it's a gun shop, and they just look at me like first class equipment. And I mean first class. If you look at the Cerakote booth and the ovens, and you look at the milling machine and the lathe and a laser, the CNC. So the sky's really going to be the limit here. The thing about gunsmithing is there's so many skill sets that you need to possess in order to be good at what you do, and most people don't realize what goes into being able to handle whatever problem they present you with. You have to have cabinet maker skills whenever you build a stock. You are a machinist whenever you barrel and chamber and thread and do all those things. You have to be good at welding. You have to be part metallurgist and know about heat treatment, whether it be a semi-auto pistol, a revolver, a shotgun, a bolt gun, an AR, a grenade launcher, machine gun, you name it. I've had to be able to do all of that. It's got to be perfect. And I'm not saying that every job that I've turned out is perfect, because I'm human and I've made mistakes. But not having that that's good enough attitude, that doesn't work. I couldn't think of doing anything else.